If you're watching this episode right now, that means you've watched the other ones, right? So like, comment, subscribe. So let's get into it. Hey guys, happy Monday, and it's time for a comic movie equation. I'm Comicmanjake, and here in the Comic Cave, anything can happen. So I saw Ant-Man and Wasp yesterday, and it was great, man. I mean, whoo, I can watch that girl all day. And Lee, oh my god, I can watch you all day. That sounds creepy, I know, but hey, you're hot. But we're actually going to be talking about the first one, so the first Ant-Man, and how really relatable is it to the original comic, The Astonishing Ant-Man. No, not the one I'm talking about by Nick Spencer. I'm talking about the original one back in the day. So here's the comparisons to the comic. Things they got right. One, they got the whole origin right. Hank Pym is the first Ant-Man. Yes, but the one thing they didn't get right, he's also Yellow Jacket and Giant Man and the whole other things. He is that. And you guys got to realize that that's not okay. I mean, I was kind of like a little frustrated with that. I was like, Hank Pym turns into a bad guy at one point. I know he does. So, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. But it turned out pretty well. But Darren Cross is an actual villain. I actually thought for the longest time that he was made up Marvel character. You know, like sometimes how they made it up. Like Hope's one of them that's actually made up. But actually he isn't. He's actually the villain of Ant-Man, of Scott Lang. So the story is his daughter actually is really sick, and he tries to find this doctor. Well, this doctor's under lock and key under Cross Technologies, aka Darren Cross. You find out like Darren Cross is like dying, like he's making the doctor that he's out there perform surgery on the person because they have his heart keeps on expanding and it just blows up. He basically has to get it replaced, and so he kidnaps like homeless people and all this other stuff. And it's really kind of weird. So Scott Lang does go and steal it. He steals the Ant-Man suit from Hank Pym. Takes a canister, beats the crap out of Cross, and then Pym finds out, goes to the hospital, and Scott Lang was planning on turning himself in, handing the suit back, and saying, "Here, I'll go back to jail. I just wanted to save save my daughter." Well, Hank Pym then says, "Nah, you can be the second Ant-Man." So, to the T, yes, they did kind of take it to that movie. They really didn't, they took certain aspects and mixed around things, but honestly, like, is it pretty relatable to the comics? If I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, maybe it would be like more like I gotta give it like an 8. Only because, like, one, you got Darren Cross, like, becoming Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket is Hank Pym. Hank Pym, again, has, like, 4 different personalities, okay? Right now in the Marvel history, he is Ant-Man, and then he became Giant Man, then he became Yellow Jacket, and then he became, right now, actually, he's Ultron. Yeah, you heard me right. I said Ultron. So in the comic in 2015, The Rage of Ultron, what happens is Vision goes in there. Like, Vision fuses himself with Ultron, and then Giant Man, Hank Pym jumps in and takes control of Ultron, and basically, like, Vision comes out, he becomes a part of Ultron, and the last you see of him is that he goes into the sun and basically dies, apparently. Well, in Secret Empires, you find out he didn't die. Actually, he came back, and it was kind of weird because the whole time you're thinking, oh, is he Hank Pym? They always say, like, is he Hank Pym? Is he really Ultron? It's really not really sure. The main theory is they're saying it is Ultron, but Hank Pym has also been known to be nuts. Anyway, the reason why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is because, one, Darren Cross isn't Yellow Jacket. That's Hank Pym. Yellow Jacket is actually like a mix between a bad guy and a good guy. He at some points was a bad guy, at some points he's a good guy. So, yeah. The other thing is they really didn't get Darren Cross's really origin. I mean, like, Darren Cross was like, yes, he owned the company. But no, he didn't work with Hank Pym. But in all honesty, I mean, this is pretty relatable to the comics. I'll put down the description down below, the comic that it's in. And so, I mean, honestly, it's something you guys should pick up. It's one of those things that, you know, it's a must read to anything, and I honestly think you guys can do amazing things with this comic, and just, you know, jump into it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this comic movie equation. I know I enjoyed writing it. So I'm going to leave you with this today. Why don't we talk about, you know, what was the most recent comic you've read? Okay, so let's go off that. Like, what is the most recent comic you have read, and did you like it or did you not? Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.